Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to our new episode of our podcast. This is Maha, Falak, and this is Talha Khan, your lovely host. Today we have a special guest on board who focuses and specializes in sports industry. Talal Khan, lovely to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Assalamualaikum, Talal. How are you?
All well, Afsana.
Alhamdulillah. So I just wanted to ask you, how did you came up with the idea of Legends Arena? Tell us about a little bit of your background.
So Legends Arena is a plan which had been in pipeline for a number of years. Our basic background is, I have a 16-year experience in the construction industry.
Sorry.
We are the largest construction company which specializes in making sports facilities. So that experience played a big role. So it was a direct integration from sports construction to a sports facility management company. So that's how the concept of Legends came in. We would be struggling to find a piece of land. So every time we would pitch our proposal, people would actually say that this is not a business model which will actually work. So we kept at it, and eventually we found this place in phase 5 of DHA, Karachi, and everything else is history now. So it's come out as a major success project.
So, what inspired you to do Legends Arena and Total Sports? Like, what was your main goal behind it?
So it's basically it's a very passion driven project. It's also the main reason for doing this is I'm myself a very passionate sports person.
Okay.
I haven't played at the highest level, but I've always been involved in a way to play any sort of sports, cricket, be tennis. I've been playing tennis for a while. But paddle was something which I experienced in Dubai a few years ago, and I would always wonder why is it not in Pakistan as yet. So we did a contractual project for a client, and that's the first paddle court which was installed in Karachi. And looking at that, I think we should start. Paddle was never the premium product in that project. We started with 2 paddle courts, but on day 1 they were all sold out. We were booked for like 22 hours a day.
Oh.
So we ended up adding.
Pretty good turnout.
Yeah, we have about 9 courts now.
So we have you to thank for all the rage that paddle sport is.
Yeah.
It has even reached Lahore at
It
this
has.
point.
It has.
It's all the rage now. Like Gen Zs and even millennials, they're like, this is what we want to do in our free time.
It's a very it's a very different sport. It's like if you play badminton or any other racket sport, there's a certain level of skill which is required in order to actually enjoy the game. With paddle, if there are 4 newcomers and if they don't have a racket background, they'll still have fun. It's a very social sport.
I think that's what attracts me.
Yeah.
You have played paddle, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So how was your
It
experience
was
with
pretty fun. It was really fun. Yeah.
It's an addiction. People end up playing it 4-5 times a week.
Oh, wow.
I play at least 4 times a week.
Nice.
So it's a good and if you are playing well, it's a good workout. You burn over 1,000 calories in 1.5 hours. So it's great to play.
Okay, so back to Legends Arena.
Yeah.
So what was the year that you started and what were the struggles that you faced initially and how did you overcome those?
So I think we got the piece of land back in 23 January.
Okay.
And in 6 months' time, we ended up getting it functional in our phase 1.
Oh.
So the phase 1 of the project got functional in 6 months, which included the outdoor arena, the jogging track. And then about 6 months ago, we launched our gym building, which is a state-of-the-art gym building. It's ground plus 2, which has a cardio area. It has a strength zone. It has a wellness center, which we call a rehab area. So it's a post-workout therapy area. So we have a bunch of chiropractors in. We have physiotherapists on board. Then we have a cold plunge zone. We have a jacuzzi area. There's a steam and sauna area. And then there is a studio floor in which you can hold studio fitness classes.
Okay.
It's a very premium, elite sort of a gym, one of its kind. So that's the phase 2 which got added. And now we're almost reaching our 2 years anniversary in September. We recently launched another last phase of that. It's called Junior Legends. So it's something we got it for under 10s.
Okay.
So it's a children's play area, all physical activity based.
I think nowadays the children are so addicted to their phones. I think that's a
True.
must
True.
because now parents are just looking for some place that is screen-free time
True.
for their
True.
children. Um,
How do you see the current status of sports infrastructure in Pakistan?
I think it's the first time sport has been taken as a leisure. It's ever since Legends has come into existence, it's opened doors to a new industry. So जैसा आपको पता ही है कराची से शुरू हुआ था, spread to Lahore, now to Islamabad as well. And we started with 2 courts. Karachi is hosting now close to 150 courts. I think Lahore is over 100 courts itself. Islamabad is catching up, it's about 20-30. So based on our population demographics, I think maybe it's not even close to peaking it.
Definitely.
And now that it's considered as, it's slowly being converted as a lifestyle for people. So it's becoming an everyday habit. So there's no end to it.
Okay, so Legends Arena and Total Sports were the first to introduce this sports leisure activity, and people just don't need it now, but they want it as well. So, what do you feel like was your major role in this? And in regards to the trend that has set, what do you want to have to say about it?
Yeah, we never assumed or thought that it would turn out to be such a big venture. Our basic aim was, हम लोग जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि स्पोर्ट्स बहुत खेलता था, तो हम छोटे छोटे ग्राउंडों में जाके खेलते, कोई फुटबॉल ग्राउंड बना हुआ था, कोई क्रिकेट ग्राउंड, और दोस्त आके बोलते थे दिस इज द बेस्ट ग्राउंड वी हैव इन द सिटी, एंड आई वुड ऑलवेज क्वेश्चन दिस कांट बी द बेस्ट. It's Karachi, it's the largest city we have, and standards cannot be so low.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things which drove the whole concept, that we need to be at par with any international facility. और इस तरह का कोई प्रोडक्ट इवेंचुअली इवॉल्व होकर आए कि कोई भी अब इस इंडस्ट्री में एंटर करे तो उसको या तो इसी स्टैंडर्ड पे आए या से कुछ बेहतर करे. सो वी टेक प्राइड इन द फैक्ट दैट वी सेट अ बेंचमार्क फॉर एनीबडी एल्स हु वांट्स टू जॉइन द इंडस्ट्री एंड डू द सेम थिंग. दे हैव टू बी इक्विवेलेंट और बी बेटर. So, and you're seeing facilities coming up, the people are putting in effort, they're trying to innovate. कि कोई कैफे खोल देता है उसके साथ पैडल कोर्ट्स के साथ, कोई पैडल कोर्ट्स के साथ कोई और स्पोर्ट खोल देता है, कोई सिर्फ पैडल सेंट्रिक ड्रिवन है. तो it's turning out to be I think it's going to mature in the next 2-3 years. The industry is going to mature.
Do you think if it stayed only paddle sports, so it will run its course and it will be out of trend, because people are these days followers of trends?
ओके, सो पैडल को स्टडी करने के लिए आपको एक इंटरनेशनल ट्रेंड देखना पड़ता है इसका. तो अभी तक पैडल कोर्ट जिस शहर में इंट्रोड्यूस हुए हैं अभी तक कहीं फेलियर नहीं हुआ है उसका. सो ये जो कहते हैं ना कि लेजेंड्स या कराची या लाहौर में पैडल का क्रेज चला हुआ है, 12-12 घंटे लोग खेल रहे हैं. इट्स नॉट अ न्यू फिनोमेना. इट स्टार्ट्स लाइक दिस इन एवरी कंट्री, इन एवरी सिटी जहाँ पे ये इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है. बस थोड़ा सा फर्क यहाँ पे ये है कि हमारा लाइफस्टाइल बहुत डिफरेंट है. वी आर लेट राइजर्स एंड वी स्टे अप ऑल नाइट. सो usually these courts around the world close at 10. Our peak hours are at 10. So we end up, Legend starts at 6 a.m. in the morning and we shut down at 4 a.m. the next day. So we're practically running 22 hours. ये ट्रेंड थोड़ा सा ओवर है पाकिस्तान में क्योंकि हम सोते नहीं हैं. तो otherwise the pattern and trajectory of paddle is similar across the world. So सिर्फ एक स्वीडन है, उधर थोड़ा सा ट्रेंड सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आके डिक्लाइन हुआ. दैट्स ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ देयर पॉपुलेशन lack of youth.
Okay.
So, but it's also it takes a lot of toll on your body when you play. Doctors are also having fun on this. A lot of injuries being catered for.
Yeah, ये तो है.
You are the CEO and founder of Total Sports, which owns and operates Legends Arena. So Jahangir Khan is one of the founders as well.
Yes.
How did you get him on board?
So Jahangir Khan and us, our family terms go way back. So as I told you, my main business is construction, and we have a great record of making a lot of squash courts. So we made about 1,000 squash courts in Pakistan. And
from making to owning.
Yeah. So we don't own a squash court as yet, but squash.
No, but sports complex.
Yeah. So the squash industry एक time पे boom करती थी. But it's worldwide declining in a way that it's not too interactive for the user point of view. But we've done over 1,000 squash courts. We've done over close to 300-400 tennis courts. तो रैकेट स्पोर्ट एक है हमारे ब्लड में, और जहांगीर भाई को जब ये विजन एक बार हमने पोर्ट्रे किया था तो ही वाज कंप्लीटली ऑन बोर्ड, एंड he's a ड्राइविंग फोर्स. आई मीन he's the biggest legend we have. I mean there is no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean I think हमें एटलीस्ट पिछले 3 decades में तो कोई इनके इक्विवेलेंट नहीं आया है.
So you mentioned you do play sports. But why did you never go professional for it, or at state level, or maybe international level?
देखिए इस मुल्क में प्रो जाने के लिए सिर्फ क्रिकेट ही है जो जिस पे आप प्रो जा सकते हैं. बाकी सेल्फ वेयर बेसिस के ऊपर काम करना होता है.
Yeah, definitely.
और पैडल का भी मुझे लगता है ये हाल होगा, cause it's you know, no sport in this country is driven by the government. And I think पैडल भी नहीं होगा. I mean टेनिस इतने सालों से पाकिस्तान टेनिस फेडरेशन भी है, इसके अंदर प्लेयर्स निकलते हैं मगर ब्लॉसम नहीं कर पाते,
Yeah,
क्योंकि अच्छा होने के लिए अच्छे प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलना पड़ता है.
definitely. And you need
For that you need international exposure, for that you need funding, for that
equipment चाहिए,
equipment
coaches
चाहिए. अब टेनिस के अंदर बहुत लड़के हैं जो या लड़कियां हैं जो बहुत अच्छा एक्सेल करती हैं नेशनल लेवल पे, मगर इंटरनेशनल में कर नहीं पाते. बिकॉज I mean एक टूर के लिए a lot of millions of rupees need to be spent in
Definitely.
order to
So there's
get
no
better.
backing needed for
Yeah.
this.
So in पैडल का थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट सिनेरियो इसलिए लगता है कि it's very engaging in terms of user people who are actually engaged in watching it. So उसकी वजह से there's a lot of interest from the corporate sector to sponsor them.
Sure.
So we are organizing about 3 tournaments a year,
Okay.
and which has a hefty prize money compared that it's a very new sport. So corporate influx बहुत है. You have to actually reject sponsors. So it's, I mean, usually you don't find sponsors. I mean, cricket के लिए अब नहीं मिलते. I saw the national T20 league that day happening, and there was no sponsor. And I was wondering, actually, we had more sponsors in paddle than cricket right now. So ये करते करते, so on a private level, we were trying to get this sport in a way that, because I see a lot of potential. I think we can go professional in the next 5 years in terms of anybody who's like right now, because close to an 18-19-year-old can turn it around and become a very good player. For that, we are doing tournaments. For that, we got a clinic done from a coach from Spain.
Okay.
So we partnered up with a Spanish academy. It's called the West Paddle Academy. We did a clinic. We trained our coaches. We got them level 1 certified. Then we got our clients to have one-on-one session with them.
So you have a vision and you're just
Yeah.
sticking to it,
And
and
now
you're
we-
investing in it.
Yeah, and now in October this year, we signed up with the largest Asian private paddle league. It's called the APPT Tour. So we'll be having about 25 countries participating in it,
Oh,
and we will
that's
be the
nice.
host in Karachi.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Are we the first for hearing it? Are we breaking it?
Yeah, it's a little out. We have not posted on the social media as yet, but it should be out in a day or two.
So we get the benefit.
Yeah.
You have partnered with Special Olympics Pakistan as well recently, right? So how did that partnership happen, and what is it about?
So we did a partnership with not only Special Olympics Pakistan. So what we've done is we've opened our platform to any organization who's willing to invest in sports in terms of not monetary terms, but in terms of giving children exposure. So SOP के साथ हमारी sign up ये है कि they can use our facility during the day hours or evening hours or any time when it's available at no cost. And similarly, we have done it for other institutions as well. Along with that, we also subsidize it for schools in the daytime. Pakistan में थोड़ा सा ये भी issue है कि there are a lot of schools, but they don't have facilities to cater for sporting activities. So in that way, we like a complete package when it comes to doing it as a non-profit or as a profit venture for schools and organizations like SOP. We've hosted a lot of sports days. I mean, events. We have the advantage that we have about a seating for 1,500 people to overlook. Usually sports day, my parents, I mean, me being a parent, I've struggled to see my kids in a sport day race because there is no apparent view to...
Definitely.
yeah.
I remember having my sports event at Qazafi Stadium, and you can't see the kid from the
True.
stands.
True.
It's definitely there's like
True.
kahan gaya mera bacha?
That's it.
So let's talk more about this that you were helping with them. How do you feel like other institutions or you yourself can help people with special abilities or like children who can prosper in the sports area because they are not obviously equipped with it because they have special needs. But how do you think you can cater to it, or anyone else who's running a sports facility they can cater to it?
Again, Pakistan में ना special ability and special need children, it's something which is not taken very seriously. I mean, there are a lot of topics which we just
Brush under the rug.
we're brushing it out. It's something which we are not too keen about. But with our legends being in the forefront of the sporting industry, we think किसी भी कैपेसिटी के अंदर अगर आप स्पेशली enabled बच्चों को cater करें, you might find an hidden talent out of them as well.
Definitely.
So there's this institute called Karachi Vocational Institute. So they use our facility about thrice a week in the morning.
Okay.
I mean, these kids are playing cricket, they're playing football. Side by side, it also teaches so there's elite schools also coming at the same time. They are looking over these kids, how they are interacting, and they at the same time, these special enabled children also are overlooking these.
By default, teaches the other children empathy
Yeah.
and sympathy towards them.
So since you run the operations of the company as well, right? So how do you stay in touch with the sports, or how do you keep yourself involved in all of this?
So since I told you I have my old business, so I've learned a lot. So it's a 16-year experience which actually translated to total sports. So from day one, it was a clear conscience that this will not be micromanaged. So we've invested heavily on our HR part.
Okay.
So everything is very streamlined. We are very corporate in our structure. So my micromanagement involvement is almost nil.
Okay.
So
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing. So it helps me enjoy the whole business rather than
Without
being
the headache of it.
stressed about it. But yeah, initial days were really tough. मैं सबको बताते रहता हूँ, हमारा जब खुला था तो हमें पता नहीं था इतना फुटफॉल आ जाएगा, and we did not have a booking software in place at that time. So we were working on Excel sheets. और वो एक पॉइंट आता था कि वो एक ही टाइम पे 4 लोग आ गए, हमारे बुकिंग है 4 लोग ओपन, एक ही टाइम पे स्लॉट भेज दिया. Then we would negotiate with them, we would ask them, you can play 15 minutes, the other one will play 15 minutes. So it was a hassle, and eventually we invested in a software. And now, mashallah, our platform, our booking platform is, we have close to 10,000 downloads on our app. It's very seamless. And
I think whichever industry it is, IT is the
IT
future.
is the future. And it's rated number 3. It came to number 3 ranking on App Store in Pakistan in its category. So yeah, it's made our life very easy. It took a while, but it's good now.
So what further developments do you see in the next 5 years that you would think that would contribute to the sports facility or the sports industry in general? Like you mentioned IT. So what is some other initiatives that you or the other owners can adopt?
देखिए 2 चीजें कर रहे हैं. एक तो हम लोग, if I come to the brand Legends itself, so we are right now in Karachi we're managing about 6 facilities. So it's just not Legends Arena. There are other in different zones at a smaller scale. Some are directly owned by Legends, and some are like franchise in which we are just the operator.
Okay.
We have a facility launch in Hyderabad coming up. We are in the next 2 months, we'll be in Faisalabad in 2 areas. And Lahore is a big one coming up. So we're just starting the construction. It's similar
Look forward to it.
Yeah, similar to what Karachi is, Lahore is coming up.
Lahore mein, I feel like everyone would run to
True.
such a facility.
And Islamabad is already coming.
Yeah, that's great.
Since आपका जो स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स है वो काफ़ी सक्सेसफुली रन कर रहा है, एंड बहुत से लोग हैं जिन्होंने पहले कोशिश की है अपना स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स रन करने की और वो नहीं चला, उन्होंने स्टार्ट अच्छा किया बट इट डिड नॉट टर्न आउट वेल. What advice would you give them? What did you do right and what they are not doing right? What do you think?
देखिए इसके अंदर अगर बात करूँ सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री की नहीं, अगर कोई भी बिजनेस कोई स्टार्ट करना चाहता है ना, तो बहुत लोग एक मिसकंसेप्शन के साथ बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं कि जो उनकी पूरी मेंटालिटी है ना, दैट्स रन ऑन द फैक्ट दैट कि उनको पैसे कमाने हैं।
Yeah.
सो कोई भी सक्सेस स्टोरी अगर आप पढ़ लें तो हमेशा ये होता है कि आपको एक प्रोडक्ट या ब्रांड की ना लेगेसी क्रिएट करनी होती है। मनी ट्रेंड फॉलोज वंस you have your name running through.
Yeah.
So a lot of reasons why businesses fail is because it's driven by the sense that we need to कि बहुत जल्दी हमने ब्रेक इवन कर देना है और उसके बाद चले ना चले वो देखी जाएगी हमारे पैसे वापस आ जाए। पैडल के अंदर भी या स्पोर्ट्स ग्राउंड जो खोल रहे हैं ना उसके अंदर भी ऐसा ही हो रहा है कि हर कोई बस एक वो बैंड वैगन के ऊपर चल गया कि अगर ये बहुत ज़्यादा रेवेन्यू रन करें तो हम भी कर सकते हैं।
Money minded people are
हमारे 4 महीने में पैसे आ जाएंगे, हमारे 6 महीने में पैसे आ जाएंगे, मगर वो ऐसे लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे इंडस्ट्री को। इट्स नॉट कि आपके पास इनफ्लो क्या आ रहा है, आपने ये भी देखना है आउटफ्लो क्या है। अब लेजेंड्स को अगर कोई देख ले तो लोग रियलाइज नहीं करते कि बड़ी फैसिलिटी इट्स स्प्रेड ओवर 41 canals एंड वी हैव क्लोज टू 300 एम्प्लॉइज रनिंग ऑन 2 शिफ्ट्स। तो एक हैवी एक्सपेंस है पेरोल का और एक कल्चरल शिफ्ट भी किया हम लोग ने कि हम उस जगह को इतना साफ रखते हैं कि दूसरे को भी शर्म आती है इसको गंदा करने के लिए। तो इसलिए हमारे कल्चर सेट हो चुका है वहाँ पे कोई जानबूझ के बिना कुछ चीज़ नहीं फेंकता वहाँ पे। दे ट्राई टू फाइंड अ डस्टबिन टू पुट इट इन। सो कमिंग बैक टू द क्वेश्चन के हाउ टू यू नो आई मीन 3-4 थिंग्स प्ले अ बिग रोल। वन इज दैट यू नीड, आप कोई भी देखिए स्पोर्ट्स इंडस्ट्री या रेस्टोरेंट बिजनेस, कुछ इंडस्ट्रीज होती हैं जिसके अंदर यू नो कि आप जैसे कंस्ट्रक्शन है उसके लिए कोई पैशन नहीं चाहिए आपको एक अच्छा दिमाग चाहिए और आप शायद कुछ काम करके कर लेंगे। अब रेस्टोरेंट बिजनेस अगर आप देखें 10 खुलते हैं 9 पहले साल में बंद हो जाएंगे, एक चल जाता है। तो कुछ इंडस्ट्रीज होती हैं जिसके अंदर ना पैशन प्लेज अ बिग रोल। सो इफ यू आर नॉट पैशनेट अबाउट व्हाट यू डू द सक्सेस स्टोरी विल बी लिमिटेड। रेस्टोरेंट्स का फेलियर यही होता है कि you will have a lot of money, you said you want to open a restaurant but you don't know basic principles of how to run the kitchen. तो आप कब तक बर्न करेंगे और इवेंचुअली आपका दिल खराब हो जाता कहते हैं आज क्लोज इट डाउन। और पैडल में भी मुझे ऐसा लगता है या स्पोर्ट्स इटली में ऐसा लगता है कि अभी तो कोई इंडस्ट्री अभी तक कोई कोर्ट्स बंद नहीं हुए हैं मगर इवेंचुअली एक ट्रेंड आएगा कि ये क्लोज डाउन होना शुरू हो जाएंगे। वो उसका सिंपल रीजन यही है कि और इतने लोग ड्रिवन नहीं है, so they're following the money, not the name.
I think one more thing that you mentioned, and I think it's a huge contributing factor, is like I've seen कि पाकिस्तान में बहुत culture होता है micromanage का. You mentioned this as well. So people want to be in control all the time. I think that also is not a good thing. You need to divest your responsibilities to other more experienced people. So you are passionate about sports. So I think but you're not passionate about payroll.
Yeah.
So you need to hire a HR expert.
माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट का एक कॉन्सेप्ट ये नहीं है कि वो लोग देखते होता है ना कि आपने अपने पैसे बचाने हैं। दूसरा ये इस मुल्क में बड़ा कल्चर है कि वो बंदा हायर करो जो 4 काम कर सकता है मेरे कि वो राइडर भी है, वो अकाउंटेंट भी है मेरा, वो मेरे लिए कॉफी भी ले आएगा। तो वो आपको एक मल्टीटास्क का रोल चाहिए और वो 4 लोगों की काम एक बंदे कर लेगा। इसका एक बड़े फिनोमेना है काम इन बिजनेस। नो इफ यू हैव दैट माइंडसेट ऑफ मेकिंग मनी you will make money when people around you make money.
Definitely.
So your whole pool or your whoever is contributing in the whole success of the business have to make money. That's the only way you grow big.
There is a proverb, money makes money.
Yeah.
So you need to spend it first for it to
True.
come back to you.
True.
But people don't get that much, especially young entrepreneurs. You must have other people around you as well who ventured out. So what do you think set you apart from other young entrepreneurs and you have a success story whereas they don't relatively?
It's a mix of a lot of things. I mean, luck plays a big role. I mean, I have no doubt about it. Your timing. It's about the perfection and how you execute a project. So, legends की एक चीज अगर कोई देखा जाए ना, इट्स इन वेरी डिटेल। और मजे की बात है कि हमने कोई आउटसाइड आर्किटेक्ट भी हायर नहीं किया। कोई होता था कि हम जो 3-4 पार्टनर्स हैं, हमारे दिमाग में कुछ भी आता था, हमारी एक इन-हाउस टीम थी, उसको हम फ्लोट करते थे, वो उसको एक विजुअल फॉर्म के अंदर कन्वर्ट करके देते थे। तो a success story is a mix of couple of things. I mean, risk. You know, मेरे ख्याल से कोई भी जो बिजनेस करना चाहता है ना, विजन हर किसी के दिमाग में होता है कि इस कुछ सोच आती है किसी को, कि हर किसी को आती है कि मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ, ये करना. जो चीज़ डिफरेंशिएट करता है हर किसी को, वो है रिस्क टेकिंग कैपेबिलिटीज.
Or execution.
Yeah. So once you have that mindset that you are willing to take the risk now, then the limits, there are no limits. You can make anything possible.
Okay, so आपने mention किया कि आप कहते हैं इस्लामाबाद में खुल गया है, you're also opening in फैसलाबाद, and then हैदराबाद में भी खुला है, so अब लाहौर में भी खुलने वाला है. But the point that we all have to note, और हम face भी करते हैं, any business faces it, customer point of view से भी, कि cultural difference बहुत ज़्यादा है. So Islamabadi is not the same as a Lahori is not the same as a Karachiite. So as a business and from the customer perspective as a vice versa, दोनों की तरफ से what challenges do you think के face करने पड़ते हैं?
So उसके दो points हैं. One is the customer side of it, one is the business side, how you execute it. अब I've been brought and born in Karachi, but I've done I have offices across all major cities. So I worked in different cities with different cultures. और मेरे लिए तो फॉर एग्जांपल मैं पिछले 3 दिन से लाहौर आया हुआ हूँ, तो मेरे लिए तो घड़ी रुक जाती है यहाँ पे. इट्स लाइक माई टाइम इज नॉट गेटिंग बाय एंड आई एंड अप डूइंग सो मच वर्क ओवर देयर, और फिर भी दिन बच जाता है. कराची के तो यू डू 2-3 थिंग्स एंड यू आर डन. It's a very fast pace compared to, so the pace level is very different. Islamabad and Lahore, Punjab it's a little laid back in terms of and Karachi is very fast paced. कि आप दिन में 4-5 टास्क जब तो पूरे ना करो, it doesn't feel like as
You
if
have
you're
done anything.
in Lahore, probably one job done in a day is an achievement.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And in terms of the customer perspective, अभी भी जैसे मैं लाहौर या इस्लामाबाद में देखता हूँ, अभी भी किसी ने एक स्पोर्ट्स फील्ड बड़े खुले हैं. I mean there are a couple of indoor facilities which have opened, which are good. Outdoor भी खुले हैं, मगर अभी तक कोई out of the box facility नहीं आई है लाहौर के अंदर. And I think Lahore is also very. I mean, I eye this city every time I come. It's like it's full of glamour in terms of how they've made the city now. Karachi देख के तो अफसोस ही होता है कि तो खूब बड़ा मतलब था ना. अभी जुनेद अकरम is one of the influencers. He commented कि कराची में वो इंडियन क्लेम करता है ना, बॉम्ब कराची आउट. Like I can't understand कि ये बॉम्बिंग से पहले हाल हुआ है या बॉम्बिंग के बाद ये हाल हुआ है. So हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर compared to Lahore is very bad. कस्टमर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, बहुत से बिजनेसेस कराची के नहीं चले लाहौर के अंदर, बहुत से बिजनेसेस लाहौर के कराची में नहीं चले. So there is a major shift in how customers are in each city. And I think in Lahore it's more about, you know, I think trend बहुत follow करते हैं यहाँ पे लोग in terms of के I mean compared to Karachi it's small, so the word goes around really fast. So if anything new opens, so there's going to be flurry of people. Karachi is more like if it's in your comfort zone you will do it. It's not more like, I mean I believe Punjabi culture is it's like more like, how would I explain?
Superficial.
Not superficial. It's like if you have a certain lifestyle, people tend to copy it.
Yeah.
Karachi is more like if it fits your routine or life balance, you will do it.
So they're more realistically, or
Because they're short on time. I'm telling the people that are short on time, always short on time, because they start their day late, but there's no end to the day. So cultural difference आएगा. That's why we are trying to understand how to create the mix over here.
So ये आपने अपनी market research तो की होगी.
Yes.
So what is one issue that you think you will be facing in this regard?
Weather is a big कराची कुछ अच्छा ना होना हो, मौसम अच्छा है इस सेंस में कि शाम में आप बड़े सुकून से खेल सकते हैं. लाहौर में अभी मैं समझ आ रही it's tough.
Definitely.
So उसके लिए हमने थोड़ा मिक्स चेंज किया है. We are going indoor with certain places where we're trying to be, it's not even only heat up. 12 months in Karachi or in the whole year, I think आपको क्लियर 11 महीने बड़े मिलते हैं जिसके अंदर वेदर आपको एंटर नहीं करता. 1 महीने की बहुत ज्यादा गर्मी आके बारिश हमारे पास होती नहीं है. लाहौर में 4 महीने वेदर किसी ना किसी तरीके से रोल प्ले करता है. फॉग आ गई, स्मॉग आ गई, हीट वेव आ गई, रेन्स आ गई, अब तो हेल स्टॉर्म भी आ जाता है कभी कभी. तो उसको केटर करने के लिए वी डिजाइंड अ फैसिलिटी इन अ वे दैट वी आर फंक्शनल. Islamabad facility is designed in a way it's functional. We are the only facility which runs at full capacity even during rain. अभी हेल स्टॉर्म आया था, we were functional. तो थोड़ा सा वो एडवांटेज हमें मिलता है बीइंग अ कंस्ट्रक्शन बैकग्राउंड कंपनी. सो आवर एग्जीक्यूशन इज we take it in a different
बेशक
way.
एरिना पहुंचते सब फट जाए.
From your experience as a businessman, what is that one advice that you will give to new startups or entrepreneurs or people who are looking to start something, like something they have like new idea?
देखिए इसके अंदर I think our mindset needs to change that we need to become trend setters, not trend followers. So if that mentality kicks in पाकिस्तान के हर नए एंटरप्रेन्योर के अंदर ना, तो आई थिंक 10 में से 8 बिजनेस सक्सेस स्टोरी बन जाएंगे. तो थोड़ा सा रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटीज और ट्रेंड सेटिंग कम्स इन योर माइंडसेट. You can make the things too big and then visualize big dreams. I mean, the more big you think it happens. I mean, there's no, I mean, आप जो विजुलाइज करते हो और जब वो एक बार आके ऑन ग्राउंड डिस्प्ले हो जाता है ना, तो आपका माइंड खुद ही खुल जाता है. यू नो पीपल से कि यार उसका दिमाग चलता है, वो दिमाग सबका चलता है, वो एक बार चलाने की जरूरत होती है. वो एक बार आपका आइडिया एग्जीक्यूट होके आपके सेटिस्फैक्शन पॉइंट पे आ जाए ना, गॉड इज ओपन योर ब्रेन्स टू अनदर डायमेंशन एंड एवरी डे यू गेट अ न्यू थॉट एंड यूर लाइक मैंने एक बार रिस्क ले लिया, करते हुए ये भी चल जाएगा, ये भी शायद 2 चीजें ना चले उसमें से, मगर then that fear of losing everything is goes away, and once that fear of losing goes away, now then you are fine. I mean, you will still lose some point in your life, but you will not be scared of losing.
So risk appetite बढ़ाना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल.
Thank you so much for coming on board with us and having this lovely discussion. It was very insightful. Guys, that was Talal Khan, one of the prominent figures, the young entrepreneurs in Pakistan, and he has definitely contributed to the industry, sports industry in Pakistan. We were delighted to have him on board, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.